Be challenging, but it's time to break free from the heartbreak and disappointment with a whole new outlook on love.
Yes, joining us this morning to debunk the half-truths of dating is New York-based founder and executive coach of dating transformation, Connell Barrett. Thank the sweet baby Jesus you're here to help us.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm happy to be here on Flirty Friday.
That's right, it is Flirty Friday. So before we get into the ins and outs and the karaoke and the Seinfeld, khakis. Where do you stand on khakis and pleats?
I'm against pleated khaki pants for men in dating unless they want to date a golfing woman in 1987. Then it's perfect, but
I don't have not. Were you looking at me?
I just want to make sure you don't have
khakis.
a khaki.
I don't. Well, I do have a couple of khakis. They're still in there.
Yeah.
They're in the back of the closet.
What about pleats?
They don't come out and play. No pleats at all.
Okay, thank you.
Nothing has
It's not flirty, it's flaky.
Okay.
So.
Okay, now we can start with
Now we move forward.
Ask him his first question.
Well, I mean, you know, you're a dating expert, obviously, and so men have several issues and challenges when they go out into the field, if you will.
Right.
So give us a little example of how you're helping guide men through the process.
Well, what I do is I help men who are dealing with confidence issues, they're introverted, they don't know how to flirt, or they just aren't getting dates, and I help them get some confidence, learn to flirt, and get great girlfriends. And do it with authenticity, not pickup artist sketchiness, not pleated pants, doing it as their true, real best selves.
Oh, look at you. Are you flirting? Oh, you know what? Hot guy and a puppy,
Use a dog
you're
all
getting
the time.
a date.
You can always get the puppy connection
That's
there.
my best wingman is a little pooch, a little pooch.
But you say things like, don't do game, you are the game, right?
Right. There was a movement many years ago in the world of how to succeed with women, and everybody said, be alpha male, put on a mask, be a bad boy, do game.
Right.
And what I found works best, because I spent 5 years out there testing it myself, is just leaning into whoever you are as a person. Whether you're that introverted, nerdy reader like me who likes Star Wars and musical theater, or maybe you're a software engineer or you're into video games, or you're a single dad. Talk about your kids on your date. Tell your dad jokes if that's what you do. I'm a dad joke lover. So in other words, when you show women your true authentic self, that shows them, oh, this person has the confidence to be himself, and it creates a sense of trust and connection because they're being real.
And I think this happens regardless if you're in a heterosexual relationship.
Yes.
This being yourself, show up and be yourself.
Right.
Doesn't matter.
Absolutely.
It doesn't matter who you are.
Yes.
We are not dating each other or anyone else.
Okay.
We're both spoken for, but we understand online dating is a whole thing. Is that really the go-to spot to find your future love?
It's the most popular place people go right now. The problem is for men and dating apps is 51% of men who have used online dating have never had a single date in real life from it. It's really hard to get matches. It's hard to not get ghosted. So what I help guys do is overhaul their profile. So we turn it into a piece of digital marketing that's very magnetic but authentic that makes that person very attractive to help them get dates from both online but also in real life.
Right. Let's set a scenario for an in-person thing. I'm at a bar somewhere, not anymore, but I can still be at a bar. But I see this very attractive lady on the other side of the bar, and I'm like, wow, I'd love to just go over there and talk to her or introduce myself, but I'm intimidated. Give us some steps. What should I be doing in moving forward from that point that I'm ready to bail instead of going for what I want?
Right. A great way to approach a woman at a bar is to not do it in a direct way about her looks. Don't hit on her. Walk over and strike up a genuine conversation. I would say give her a power compliment. Notice something that you notice about her that's specific and interesting to you, that's G-rated.
Right.
It's
Well,
not about
right.
about her body, her looks. And tell her what that is. You might notice she has a really cool tattoo or really awesome rings. And a cool silver watch. Oh my God, where did you get that watch?
My boyfriend got it for me.
What's the story behind it?
She's taken. What are you doing? What's going on over here?
No, but I think to your point, when you notice things about other people that doesn't come off as schwarmy. Like, I'll be straight up. In my single days, dudes would come up to me left and right, and I'd be like, you need a better opening line, my friend.
You need less pleats in your pants.
You need
But is it that pressure of an open, do you have to have an opening line per se? Or like you said, it just be more organic, what comes to mind?
I'm so glad you asked that. One of the biggest problems men deal with, and that I dealt with back when I was struggling with dating, and the reason I coach this is because I was terrible at this 15 years ago. I was shy, introverted, dateless. I didn't live in the friend zone. I had real estate in the friend zone.
Right.
I had a mansion in the friend zone.
You had a state named after you in the friend
And so
zone.
one of the big breakthroughs I had, and I help my clients with, is don't overthink what you say.
Right.
You're not doing a stand-up comedy routine. You're not doing a TED Talk. You're just chatting.
Yeah.
So here's a quick story. One of the first women I ever approached successfully, I walked up to her in the frozen food section of a grocery store. It went great. We went on a date. And I asked her on the date, what was it that you liked about me? And I thought she might say something like, oh, your line was so
Rakishly
smooth,
handsome.
rakishly
Yeah.
handsome, and I love gingers. No, she didn't say that. She just said, oh, you just looked me right in the eye, you stood up nice and tall, and you seemed self-confident.
that?
Wow.
She didn't even remember what I said. So
Aw.
the words are not that important. It's about eye contact, good vibes,
Right,
and being
the
yourself.
sense of, and that's the advantage, I think, of doing these things in person. While maybe the rejection, and there will be rejection, obviously, right? That might be more painful because you're face to face than on an app.
Right.
But the connection
Yeah.
is more likely to happen, I would think,
Well,
face to
can I ask a
face.
formerly single woman?
Yes.
Wasn't it more exciting back in the day to have met a man organically out in the world as opposed to
100%.
We're talking
having...
about Marisol here. That
Right.
may be the exception.
Shut up. I do want to show a clip of,
Yes.
from popular culture, which I think helps us
Clearly
understand,
kind of-
which
right.
you
Yes.
use, which I love. Let's go to the videotape, shall we?
Excuse me, I couldn't help but notice that you were looking in my direction.
Oh, yes, I was. You just ordered the same exact lunch as me.
My name is George. I'm unemployed and I live with my parents.
I'm Victoria. Hi.
All right.
Well,
How does...
explain.
Exactly.
I've coached so many George Costanzas in the world. I can't tell you. What George is doing in that clip, he's doing something really, really important. He's being genuine and real and vulnerable. He's not putting on a mask. He's not trying to be cool, all smooth.
Yeah.
And I tell my clients, don't be George Clooney, be George Costanza. Be your real self, show a little vulnerability, and that's going to create an opportunity for her to see, oh my gosh, I
Right.
like this person.
Right.
And look how well it went for George.
Right.
So do the opposite of what everybody else tells you.
That was the opposite, George, yeah.
Yes.
Real quick before we go, karaoke, first dates. How does karaoke figure into all of this?
So when I go out with my clients here in New York City,
Yeah.
we go out for a weekend, we approach women, we talk, we socialize. And when I want them to approach, I say one of the keys to approaching at night is to make it fun. Do something that's fun for you, because if she and you are having fun, she's going to be more
that's
engaged.
aces, yeah.
And so what I do is I have them point to a woman that he wants to meet, and I say, okay, what's your favorite karaoke song? He tells me, and then I say, go over and sing the first line of that song to her.
No, you've done
Karaoke
this with
style.
actual clients?
My client Ken walked up to a woman and started singing Purple Rain.
Stop it right now.
She grabs the pretend microphone
No.
he was holding, and they begin singing a duet.
Enjoying
And now they're married and they have 7 kids.
Yes. Well, no. But it's about making
That's-
approaching fun for you, and if you make it fun for you, you'll make it fun for her.
Right. I'm sure that's the more you do it, the more comfortable
Yeah.
you'll be at something
Absolutely.
like that.
Yeah.
You've got a book,
You've
you've
got
got
a
a
book.
podcast. So
Holy
for
moly.
more tips, be sure to follow Connell on Instagram at Dating Transformation and online datingtransformation.com and grab your copy of his
Dating
book.
sucks, but you don't.
That's right.
The Modern Guy's Guide to Total Confidence.